Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video, doing me European outlook for today's second video. So as always on a Thursday, we have a detailed look at the weather that's winter days across Europe, and I shall get over that for you in a moment. Just to say that the first video today was our 6 AM UK weather forecast. I've got a 10 to 14 down with all of the regular features on the way later on this afternoon as well. Please like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos and content. And thank you so much everyone for doing that. For GavsWeatherVids, thank you so much everyone. Love it. Thank you so much. Okay, kind of start off with the situation across Europe today. So, low pressure is dominating across the north and the west of Europe, bringing lots of unsettled and increasingly cool conditions as well, with winds pulling into the north. At the same time, got a big ridge in west and southwestern parts of Russia, between the low in the west and the ridge in the east, we're bringing up a very mild, if not quite warm, southerly wind. So most parts of Europe are actually quite warm at the moment, with southerly southwest winds dragging up a lot of very warm air from North Africa and the Mediterranean, particularly in the eastern and southeastern part of Europe, but at the same time, so sorry, but at the same time, it's cooler out to the north and to west. Precipitation-wise, lots of wet weather in the western portion of Europe, so Spain and into France, up into Germany, the Low Countries, Belgium, Holland, and the Netherlands, and then north into Denmark and southern parts of Norway and Sweden. Some heavy outbreaks of rain through there. Showers and long spells of rain into Ireland and the UK. More showery bursts across other parts of Norway and also Finland too. And also those showers extending into the Baltic Sea states of Latvia, Estonia and Lithuania. But at the same time, much of southern and eastern southeast Europe mainly dry with a lot of warm sunshine. Check out the temperatures, really warm through the south and up the east side, temperatures way into 20 Celsius in many places, but at the same time much cooler out to the northwest, especially through Norway, Sweden and down into Ireland and the UK as well. We see temperatures very autumnal through there. Well, into tomorrow, Friday, low pressure then will be sent as a trough over Scandinavia. To the east of that, we're dragging up this southerly flow, and to the west of the trough, we bring down a cold northerly upper air temperatures. Show this up very nicely. Very warm, if not quite hot, through much of southern southeast Europe, especially around Italy, the Adriatic, the Balkans, to the Black Sea, and then down towards Greece and Turkey. All those areas where it's been really hot through the summer, having another pusher but warm for the south. But at the same time, yes, a lot cooler out to the north and the west, really quite cold air digging in towards Norway and into the far north of Scotland as well. Outbreaks of rain again stretched from the Low Countries through western Germany up into Denmark and then north in Sweden and particularly into Finland. So very wet weather through there, and further showers around Baltic Sea states. Showers into the UK, Ireland and Norway, but much of southern, east and southeast Europe remain dry again on Friday. Warm or very warm in the south and in the east, but much cooler if not colder to the north and to the west. Into Saturday, low pressure gradually starts to lift out to the north of Scandinavia as this ridge begins to build in from the Atlantic into Western Europe. Upper air temperature remain pretty chilly, if not quite cold, for the north and the west of Europe. At the same time, again, we've got the warmth in the south, and particularly in the southeast, we've got a hot air sitting around the Balkans over towards the Black Sea too. And the upper air and the precipitation, I should say, for Saturday. So some heavy showers of thunderstorms moving in towards the southeastern corner of Europe with plenty of showers, if lots of longer spells of rain following on behind, but it does look mainly dry for the central western portion of the Mediterranean. Temperatures on Saturday, warmest in the southeast corner and remain coolest again out to the north and the west. We go on into Sunday with this little transient ridge through the western portion of Europe. At the same time, a low pressure is developing out in the Atlantic. Upper air temperatures quite cold into Scandinavia and Nordic regions, so Norway, Sweden, Finland, possibly Baltic Sea states as well, looking quite chilly on Sunday. Western Europe actually turns a little bit less cold with the upper air temperatures, but the real warmth again through southern and also southeastern portions of Europe. A band of rain or thunderstorms through Belarus, Ukraine, and going south towards Romania and then down in towards one or two of the Greek islands. And more wet weather heading in towards Ireland and the UK as well on Sunday. But that said, plus a rather drier day through many areas on Sunday, more in way of sunny spells. And temperatures becoming a little bit less cold through the west of Europe, but still looking pretty chilly, if not cold, across most Scandinavian and Nordic areas. That takes us straight into Monday, where low pressure coming into the west of Europe from off the Atlantic. At the same time, another ridge is trying to build over on the eastern side of Europe. So the upper air temperatures, coolest or coldest in the far northeast, warmest down towards Spain, Portugal, North Africa. A bit of a warm-up going on through France, but it is associated with low pressure, and quite a cool down actually through the eastern and southeastern portion of Europe as the hottest of the air starts to get pushed out toward the Middle East. Precipitation wise, well, more thunderstorms around northern Turkey into the Black Sea. That stretches northwards in towards Ukraine as well. Some very wet weather through France. That could affect Ireland and the UK as well. Possibly quite stormy for either the UK on Monday. That's to be determined. Heavy rain moving towards Norway, Denmark and southern parts of Sweden, although much of the northeast of Europe remains dry, and again large portions of the Mediterranean looking pretty dry as well. So a big contrast in temperature on the eastern side of Europe on Monday. Check out how warm it is through eastern Ukraine, for example, compared to western Ukraine. So that's going to involve thunderstorms and torrential rain, marking the boundary between like summer and almost early winter. Pretty cold across northern parts of Scandinavia as well, particularly central and northern Norway and Sweden. A bit warmer in the western portion of Europe, but overall looking quite cool and autumnal, I think, with the temperatures on Monday. Tuesday, we'll see low pressure through these western areas of Europe. Again, trying to bring a bit of a southerly flow. Perhaps on the eastern side of Europe, just in those upper air temperatures begin to ease back up a little bit through central eastern parts of Europe, but still quite cold out to the north and west, -5 Celsius iceberg again, flirting with northern parts of Scotland. Further heavy rain through France in towards Germany and the Low Countries. Some of that could back in towards UK as well, especially England and Wales. Probably drier for Ireland and Scotland. And further, wet weather will be pushing eastwards then as we go, if we choose it, into Norway and Sweden. Again, much of the south and southeast Europe mostly dry on Tuesday. That's where the hottest temperatures will be. Southern, central parts of Spain, Portugal, down in towards North Africa. But notice the heat is retreating all of the time now as we go further up into the autumn. And most places seeing properly autumnal temperatures on Tuesday. Wednesday, find a bit of a ridge start trying to build in the Atlantic. I'm going to tend to pull wind back into the north again through the western portions of Europe. Pretty warm for the upper air temperature, but south of Europe, cooler, or much cooler, or even colder in the north of Europe. And there'll be further heavy rain as well, maybe more in way of rain, thunderstorms breaking out through the central bowl of the Mare from eastern Spain over towards Corsica and Sardinia, including the Balearic Islands of Mallorca, Menorca, and Ibiza. And so that could stretch down in towards North Africa as well, would you believe? Further wet weather in towards Norway. There could be some snow over mountainous areas, of course, through there, with showers or longer spells of rain into Sweden, possibly Finland, one or two Baltic Sea states as well. But much of Eastern Europe looking mainly dry, and possibly a bit drier for Ireland and the UK. Temperatures looking pretty cold though, pretty chilly through many central and western parts of Europe on Wednesday. Warmest again in the south and in the east. And then that takes us through to Thursday, a week today. Low pressure developing again in the north and the west of Europe. Notices heights are also rising across Greenland. Bit of Greenland blocking on this GFS run. At the same time, we are trying to bring some warmth up into far southeast corner, so the upper air temperature becoming hotter again in this extreme southeast corner. Southern Italy through towards Greece and Turkey, seeing those upper air temperatures lifting up. But otherwise, it's a pretty cool and autumnal scene in most areas, with more heavy showers, longer spells of rain and thunderstorms, especially across Italy, and going northwards in towards Slovakia and Hungary, Austria, all of those sort of areas. Plenty of downpours to come. North of that, we find heavy showers, if not long spells of rain, possibly with some sleet and snow mixed in over mountainous areas through Sweden and into Norway and also in Finland as well. West Europe could be a little bit drier, and overall the temperatures looking autumnal, quite cool in most areas. I'll just run you on to day 10. So this is Friday the 4th, on to Saturday the 5th and Sunday the 6th of October. A deep area of low pressure gets going up between Scotland and Norway and drives down another push of northerly winds into the western portion of Europe. That will bring another spell of colder weather. Same time the warmth is in the southern and also eastern part of Europe. Okay, that's your opinion outlook this week. If you enjoyed the forecast, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much everyone for doing that. And we'll be back a little bit later on in 10 to 14 day for this one, though. That's all for now. And thanks for watching.